So unless you've been living under a rock, I'm sure you've heard of something called Amazon FBA. Whether it's TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, it's pretty much everywhere if you're looking into starting a side hustle. But the problem is all these short form pieces of content make Amazon FBA look out to be a get quick rich scheme. So what's the actual truth about it? What does it take to succeed? Is it even real? Who's telling the truth and who isn't? In this video, I'll be covering all of that. Let's start a quick overview of what is Amazon FBA. See, Amazon FBA is a fulfillment service, not a business model. The way it works is you need to find a product and send it off to Amazon. Amazon will store that product for you, and every time you receive an order from your customer, Amazon will pick, pack and ship the product to your customer for you. And that's why it's called FBA, fulfilled by Amazon. Now, in case you're wondering why should I listen to you? Well, I started selling on Amazon 3 years ago and I went from zero to over £100,000 in sales in my first 12 months. And over the last 3 years, I've generated over £1 million in revenue across all my businesses. Now, what is the ugly truth about Amazon FBA? Well, it's these 7 things that I'm about to share with you that most Amazon FBA influencers don't share because they want to sell their course or their mentorship. Number 1, expecting a Lambo next week. I see so many new Amazon FBA sellers starting Amazon and expecting to start making the same amount of sales as someone who's been doing Amazon FBA for a year in just a week. It doesn't work like that. When you start Amazon FBA, you need to treat it like a real business. Every business you start is not going to instantly make you money. You are going to have that trial and error time, which is probably the starting phase of you starting a business, and then you're going to become profitable, and then you're going to be able to make more and more money. Your main focus at the start should not be about buying a Lambo. Instead, you should be focusing on finding profitable products, finding better suppliers for your business so you can source that product for a cheaper price and make more profit on that same product. And most importantly, actually treat your Amazon FBA business like a real business. Every end of the month, do your profits and loss to see how much you have actually made from your Amazon business, instead of just assuming how much you have made and not knowing how much money you're spending in your Amazon business and how much you're getting back. And then in the future, you can look into buying a Lambo once your business is generating you enough money. The second thing is choice paralysis. Now, because I've had students, hundreds of students who have taught Amazon FBA in the past, I know for a fact that this is the issue that most Amazon sellers have, and one of the reasons why they probably will never see their first sale on Amazon, it's because choice paralysis, meaning they are going through so many products, and once they have gone through like 100 products, they actually don't know which one to choose, or they're still looking for the best product, and eventually they don't end up buying or testing any product, and they don't make any sales at all. And then they think, oh, Jatz, I can't find a product, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's because you just haven't decided to choose one product that meets your analysis thesis and just go ahead and test out that product. The third thing is competition. Now look, I'm going to be real with you. Whether you do wholesale or whether you do private label, this place is competitive. There are competitors out there who are going to suck your profit from wholesale by just undercutting you, or with private label, someone's just going to copy the same product as you and just price it for less than you to gain the market share. But every business out there has competition. So it's not about, oh my lord, this business has competition. It's about, how do I be better than my competition? How can I make sure that if my competitor does this, what strategies can I put in place? That way I can make sure I still make sales. I can still keep my market share in the market. So these are the kind of things you have to, as an Amazon seller or as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, be willing to face and overcome these problems. I also see most people getting confused between saturation and competition. Now, these two are not the same thing. Look, competition does exist in every single business. Like, you try and think of any business, there is competition. On the street, when you go buy chicken, there is a chicken shop right next to it as well, probably on the same street. Competition is out there. Saturation is not a thing. In my eyes, there is no such thing as saturation, because if something is so saturated, then no one can ever make money from it. No one. And so whenever I hear someone say, oh, this market is saturated, I just feel like they're being lazy or they have never sold in that market. And that's the reason why they're saying that. Moving on to the fourth thing, and that is profit margins. Now with wholesale, you're looking at your profit margins anywhere from 15 to 30%. 30% is the high end when you are just getting started and you're not VAT registered in the UK, and 15 to 20 or 25% is what you're looking at once you're VAT registered. Because look, you might be thinking right now, oh, I want to start wholesale and I want to make 35, 40, 50% margins. Honestly, that's not going to happen, because if you have actually sold on Amazon as doing Amazon wholesale, you're probably seen you will get undercut, people will jump on the same listing, take the prices down, and in overall you are gonna have less margins. But 15 to 30% margin is actually healthy margins for e-commerce, even for dropshippers. that's a healthy margin. In general, for e-commerce, that's a good margin unless you own the brand and you can just do extra pricing because your branding is so strong. Without that, you're looking at anywhere from 15 to 30% and 40 to 50% for only those brands that have strong branding and they're getting a lot of organic sales and they don't have to spend money in ads. The fifth thing is supplier dependent. I feel like I've never heard anyone talk about this, but your whole Amazon business is actually supplier dependent, meaning if your supplier does not sell you the stock, or they have run out of stock, or they have stopped manufacturing that product, then you technically have no business. You will have to look for another supplier with that same product to try and sell it. So unless you are the manufacturer yourself, you're always dependent on the supplier to do business, and your business can shut down or you can lose money in your business whenever your supplier says no to you or they don't have stock. Now, before we move on to the next thing, if you're looking for a product research and product analysis tool to help you with your Amazon FBA wholesale business, then go check out Source.io. It's a tool that I've spent over £50,000 and 18 months to build, and we have amazing features specifically for Amazon FBA wholesalers. You can also grab 40% discount using the discount codes below in the description. And overall, let me know how you find the tool when you do join. We have a Discord community. We have all the support and guides to help you succeed with your Amazon FBA business. Anyway, let's keep going. The sixth thing is you will fail a lot. No matter how experienced you become in Amazon, you will still make mistakes. You will still lose money, and that's just part of business. You can't really ever keep having wins. You will need to fail at some point, and with Amazon you do fail often, and that's normal. You are gonna find products that you think are selling really well, but it will eventually not end up selling at all, and you might lose money on that, and that is absolutely normal. So don't get discouraged when you send your first product and you don't end up getting any sales. If you do your analysis correctly, 99% of the times you will sell that product, but there's still a chance that that product is not going to sell at all, or some type of issue with that product will pop up you were not aware of. So be ready to fail, because I always say that failure is actually part of your process to success, and without failure you won't really know how success feels. And there's a good quote by a cricketer that I really love, Virat Kohli. He said that failure is important because success does not teach you anything. All it does is boosts your ego. And so I feel like that's exactly how you should be thinking of failure. And moving on to the seventh thing, which is stress. Amazon FBA is a stressful business. There are so many components. Even though you're just looking for profitable products and you're selling them on Amazon, there is still so much, such as dealing with suppliers, making sure your inventory is sent to Amazon, making sure your profits are fine. There is a refund, or there is a customer who's messaged you for an invoice, you have to do that. So there is stress in this business. And if you're thinking this business is just gonna let you live your life by sleeping and making money, it will be like that. Maybe after a few years. By the start, just like every business, it's gonna be stressful, and you just need to prepare yourself to get used to that stress. Now, I hope this video helped you to see the other side of Amazon FBA, which most people don't talk about. And if you are someone who is looking to start Amazon FBA wholesale specifically, go check out this video. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and turn the bell on so every time I upload, you get notified. I'll see you in the next video. Take care and peace.